back, everyone. I thought we'd continue on this tutorial by expanding on the implication and seeing what these words basically mean, the inverse, converse, and the contrapositive of this implication symbol. So the inverse of P implies Q is not P implies not Q. So basically the P, the hypothesis, and the conclusion are both negated. The converse of P implies Q is where you swap the conclusion with the hypothesis, so that turns out to be Q implies P. The contrapositive of P implies Q is not Q implies not P. So not only did we swap the conclusion with the hypothesis, we also negated both. So I thought we'd do something a little bit interesting where we'll look at the truth table values for the contrapositive, and I think you guys are going to be able to see something kind of interesting that happens. So let's go ahead and do that. So there's P, Q. Well, we have P implies Q and not Q implies P, so we'll go ahead and do the not P and not Q values right there. So let's look at P implies Q, and then the last one is not Q implies not P. And remember, this is the contrapositive. Let's start it off. True, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. Not P is just basically the opposite of all the P truth values. So false, false, true, true. Same goes for not Q. So the opposite of true is false, true, false, and true. P implies Q. True implies true is true. True implies false is false. False implies true is true. False implies false is true. So now let's look at the contrapositive. Not Q implies not P. Not Q, which is false, implies not P, which is false. False implies false, that is true. True implies false, well that is false. False implies true, well that is true. And true implies true, that is also true. Wow, very interesting. The truth values of these two columns, the implication and the contrapositive of the implication, are identical. So technically, if you were to look at it, if you were to do some sentences, declarative statements, you would realize that these two have the exact same meaning. And we'll stop there for today. I hope you guys look forward to some more tutorials.